Please keep in mind when watching this that this is just a superficial exploration. The person putting me in the choke is not a world-class grappler, nor is he trying to make me submit. He's simply putting me in the chokehold correctly and strongly in a rather one-dimensional way while I try out different methods. Thanks for watching.
Hello. I'm going to talk a little bit about a rear naked choke. The topic came up. It's not something I really do, but I thought I'd explore it a little bit. I'm going to have Robert help me with this. And basically, this choke is difficult to get out of just by trying to use technique or strength. And I'm gonna show the difference between trying to use just plain strength or technique versus me trying to be internal about this. The only thing that's really going to be different, I'll have Robert have this choke on me good and strong. The only difference is, you know, this is not a life and death situation. Robert's not trying to kill me or being overly tenacious. And what I'm doing to him in return is also gentle. I'm not fighting for my life. But I do want to just explore the possibility here to let you know that this kind of stuff is possible to work with. And I also realize that in a real life and death situation, or even in a sport fight situation, that it certainly wouldn't be as easy for me to stay relaxed. I mean, I know this about myself. Adrenaline's going to flow. I might not be able to be as calm and level-headed as possible. But people that work on these things a lot and train for this sort of thing can definitely get over that part of it. And if they are an internal stylist, then this stuff will be a lot easier for them. I don't want to actually talk about techniques specifically, but just principles. In other words, I need to maintain my internal principles so that my movements have a good effect on what he's doing. One of the things that I want to show you is that when he gets a rear naked choke on me, and he's strong about that, if I am being internal and I push on his body, that it'll have an effect on where he's holding me. It's different than if I just start pushing on his body. That being said, let's talk about something here. Get me in a rear naked choke here, and tight, real good. Make me tap. Okay. All right. So he's going to be doing this, and right now he has moderate pressure, and he's pushing slightly up on me, so it's not too bad. But he's strong. I can't get in here and pull this off. But the first thing that I want to talk about is pushing on his body. And if I start pushing on his body, just like this, to try to create space, or to get him away from me, I can push as hard as I can, and it's not doing me that much good. Whew. Well, straining with that and this, cutting off some of the blood and oxygen just did a number on me. But anyway, so you can see that just pushing isn't going to do anything at all. But with internal, that would be a little bit different. So let's try this again. I'm going to push correctly. There's one thing that's easy to screw this up, and I'll show you what this is. Get this on me, not too much because I want to talk a bit. If Robert has me good, and I want to try to be internal about this, then what I got to not do is allow this area to get stuck as if he's holding me up. In other words, if I'm just sinking from here down and my head is just resting in him, then it's going to be screwed. I have to actually have my head suspended properly and independent of what he's doing, regardless of the pressure that he's putting on me. I can't just let my head rest. If I relax my head the wrong way, like if I just dead weight relax, it'll screw up the move. Okay? That's like the most important part about this, is if you don't do the right thing with your head and neck, the rest of the stuff isn't going to work. All right? Let me have you put that on me here.
Lightly?
No, just put it on. Put it on good.
Full thing?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's watch this in slow motion. Please keep in mind for all of these escapes, I let him fully get the choke on and I wait until it becomes uncomfortable for me. Then I switch into Taiji mode and then I start doing my movements. If I were to be in Taiji mode before he gets the choke in, actually the choke would be less effective from the get-go.
So what I was able to do there was push back, and because I'm affecting his whole body, it's not just pushing on that local part of his body, it's affecting his whole body, it will affect his grip altogether and what's going on. He's completely losing his balance and stability, and that makes him lose his power base, and it causes him to let go. And that was just me pushing, just one thing. It's not ideal. In other words, I should be doing other stuff besides that, but I want to show you that keeping it simple, if I'm doing this, and as he's loosening up, then I could get my other hand involved, you know? And I could turn around, hit, whatever, use a leg, come the other way, whatever. There's a lot of different things you can do, but you can create that space a lot easier just by doing the right thing. Also, let's look at this for a second. Get me in this. No, because I want to be able to talk a little bit. So, if he has this on me good, and he's being strong about this, and I have no training, my instinct is going to have me try to get him off me. And it's going to be, even though he's not cranking hard, I can't pull for crap at all here. I can't do this, I can't do any of this stuff, okay? If I'm being internal about this, I should be able to do it, okay? So, and again, it's going to be very important how I'm holding my head. I've been letting you have this on me too good. No, that's all right. I'm just slightly lightheaded because you have it like half on me while I'm talking. All right, so let me have you do this again, and I'm going to be internal. I'm just going to manipulate your arms in some random fashion. Not going for technique here. I'm just showing principle so we could take a look at what it might do to him.
Okay, tight or so you can talk?
No, tight.
Tight.
All right, good. All right.
Let's watch this in slow motion. Please keep in mind that none of these escapes are pre-planned or rehearsed at all. I'm just moving based on what I feel at the time. Also note that at the end of this, his balance is totally gone after I escape, and I could easily take him to the ground at that point, but I don't.
So with that one, like I said, I wasn't planning anything specific, but I was able to get under his elbow, and it starts taking his strength away, and I just kind of worked out of it. It's not something I planned. Let's try that again. So that that's just getting that elbow and controlling his body with that elbow. It's actually kind of interesting. I never thought about that before. Let's try this again. So I don't want to throw him, so I stopped halfway through. But the point was, I was able to, let's look at that in slow motion, because I can't actually physically do this otherwise. He has me good. I was able to actually get his whole body up and over. If I'm just trying it like this, he has a lot of advantage still, and his weight's coming down on me. All right. I don't know why I keep letting you do this, like partially as I'm trying to do this stuff. But if let's try that again, right? And let's have it up a little higher because I want to talk about this. If, on the other hand, I am suspended, I don't know, can you feel the difference already, Robert?
Yeah, I felt a change.
Right, and what do you feel?
It went softer, like when you're about to go into Taiji mode.
Right. What did it feel like for your grip?
It made it more like it felt nothing, like relaxed.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, and then all I'm doing really is just grabbing a hold of them. And as I'm doing this, I keep releasing. I don't rest this, I just keep releasing. And it just opens him up. Even though he's trying to hold. He has his arm locked, he's holding strong. That time I didn't have him choking because I wanted to do this slow and talk about what's going on. But just by doing the right thing, he doesn't have the strength advantage anymore. And I could just do simple things to try to get his arm off, to affect his body, to control him, and so forth like that. It's not something I do at all, really. I don't practice this, but the topic came up. I'm sure if I thought about it, I could actually come up with some decent techniques about this. And obviously, ideally, you don't want to wait until the person actually gets you in it anyway. So if Robert's coming in up behind me, right, and go ahead and I start to feel something, then I just want to start. And again, I didn't do anything specific. I just touched his body and did a small step. He was vocal about it because I was being internal about it. It kind of closed on him a little bit there. But you don't let the person get in anyway. But if they do, there's still stuff you could do about it. Not all hope is lost. Maybe I'll do another one of these at another time with some more specific stuff, but that's all I wanted to show for now. All right, thank you.